MoneyFlow Vision on Monday, August the 19th, 2013. This is a trade adjustment for a number of our MoneyFlow Pure ideas that are still open. We're going through this exercise in order to manage our open investments, and keep in mind that all management of any investment is purely subjective. Investors can always apply their own formula to trade management. Just make sure that you're managing your investments proactively. Wealthy Bucket does not provide investment advice. Before investing, please consult a financial professional. Investing in stocks, options, futures, and currency carry risks that can result in financial loss. Okay, so let's take a look at 4 ideas that are currently open. And we'll start first with BIG, which is Big Lot Inc. And we had applied this trade last week. On Wednesday, we offered this short opportunity to you guys. And you can see it's done fairly well. The trade itself, or the opportunity itself, is up about, we'll call it 5.5% since Thursday morning when we got back into the trade. Remember, we jumped into it. Actually, we offered this on Sunday last week, and we jumped into it, got stopped out, and we jumped back into it as we felt the trade was still good. As you can see, there is the classic head and shoulders formation here that we were expecting. We jumped into it a little too early, resulting in a stop out. Then we jumped back in to the idea on Thursday of last week. And as you can see now, price has traded through our first target and now through our second target. From a management perspective, it's logical to just place your stop now at the second target, which is 33.60. Now you can apply it there, you can place it higher. It's up to you. The point of this is you need to keep some profits. So it may be best to place the stop at 33.60, or you can even be a little more stingy and place it probably just below that 33.60. And we're talking about 33.50, 33.40, 33.51, 33.49, and see what happens tomorrow and in the coming days. As you can see, the candle here ended on its low of the day pretty much. So that's still a fairly bearish signal. If anything, you can manage the trade probably down to about, we'll call it another 27 cents. And you'll have to reassess the position at that point in time. But the point of this exercise is to apply the stop so that you can preserve the profits that you have already made on this idea. Now, we had a subscriber, and you know who you are if you're watching this, asked us, how do we come to our entry and exit and our stop losses and our targets, etc. We'll be coming out with videos in the coming weeks to illustrate and help you identify where you should be placing your entry and exits, if you should be placing them at all with the opportunities that you're looking at. So let's move forward to Lululemon here, and this is a classic example of you didn't take your profits when you could. We jumped into the stock and it rallied up. We were looking for this gap retracement here. Okay, that's a big money play. We rolled the dice on this one, and as you can see, market failed us. Lululemon makes a lot of money. Fundamentally, it is a very strong company. But if you've been following us, we really don't care so much about fundamentals because the stock itself can get dragged down with the market regardless of how much money it makes. And this is a prime example of we made money only to actually carry into a losing position. So it happens. That is up to you how you want to place your stops. Obviously, we did not manage a stop on this one. We wanted to play it a little bit looser. We felt that there was going to be some down forces based on our bucket weekly, and we got caught on this one. So this is an example of us not coming out profitable on the trade. Our option side, we didn't get exposed as much as we would have on the stock side. All right, let's move ahead to CTB. CTB is another short. This is Cooper Tire and Rubber Company. Don't really know what they do. to be quite honest, nor do we care. We identified this trade two Sundays ago now. It was along with BIG and GCI, and it's kicked in. It's just not moving as fast as the other stocks. However, it's still trading down a little over 0.5% today, so we're still quite bearish, so to speak, on this stock. If you want to place a stop or you want to move the stop, the best place to move it from our perspective would be to break even, which is about 32.40 or just under that if you're willing to risk a few cents. But again, to get out of an investment loss-free, so to speak, is always a winning investment. And let's move ahead to GCI. Where? Here we go. GCI is moving. It's nearing our first target. It hasn't hit yet. Ideally, you may want to place the stop in and around the high of Friday, the close of Friday, or even the open of today, just to preserve that. I mean, again, when you're placing the stop, it's completely subjective. You can be tight with it, you can be loose with it. Remember, keep in mind, if you're as loose as we were on our Lulu trade, it could end up being a loss. In the markets that we're in, volatility may have returned. You want to preserve some profits on the table. And if you're not profitable for the month of August, then this is a way of turning some of that loss and getting some of that capital back into your account. So it's up to you and where you want to manage it. From our perspective, it may not be a bad idea to move it to the the closing price of Friday. So that will wrap up our session today. It's a trade adjustment money flow vision, and we'll be coming up in the coming weeks with some curriculum that will show you where to start looking for high probable entry points and how to price out loss and to set some targets with your investments. We thank you for stopping by the Wealthy Bucket.